Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome to the Joys of Loss podcast, where we acknowledge, accept, and address our major life transitions so that we can learn better, love better, and live better. Since we won't make it out alive, let's have a divine time and remember to always stay wild. I am your host, Zan Washington, and this is episode 22. Okay, all right, we got a different setup here. I'm actually out of town, which is exciting. So, yeah, it's nice. This is nice to kind of have a break by myself, and it's nice to have this time and really kind of highlighting that need to, be quiet, be still, listening to self, and yeah, it's just really good. So I'm glad that I'm getting to experience this and very grateful for that. So today we're actually going to talk about what is always stay wild. Like I've been saying that since the beginning, of course, in my slogan, my saying, on my post, it's always stay wild. Just everything. My company is called Always Stay Wild. But so big shout out to my friend Portia from college. So hey Portia, hey. She commented on one of my episodes and was like, yo, what does that mean? And you know what? It's about time that I explained that, and I probably needed all of this time to really figure out what that actually means for myself. Sometimes we get these ideas and we get these words and this language, and it's kind of just like, that sounds good. That's exactly, yeah, that's it. But now I feel like I'm really living it. I'm really taking it in. I say it so much because of this podcast and then because of my company, and it's just like, yes, what is always stay wild? All right. So it all started actually. So big shout out to Glennon Doyle for the book Untamed. If you haven't read that book, so good. It's so good. It just brings up so many things. It's just a beautiful book. And you can actually go down to my Amazon list and click and get the book. Is on my list, Untamed. And so it was literally at the beginning of the book, and she's talking about like taking her kids to this like animal show or at the zoo or something like that. And she's telling a story about them seeing this like cheetah that was like running after, how they have at the zoo where they like run after stuff and they give them food and stuff like that. But they were talking about the cheetah was named Tabitha, and the cheetah, like how she described her, how she kind of like would look off. And and her daughter was talking about like Tabitha kind of being in the wild, like what would she be like? And Glennon does a wonderful job of just like kind of interpreting that and breaking that down. She was talking about her being like remembering that, she's a goddamn cheetah. Like that she is powerful and she's fast and she's strong and all these things. And that part, like just to be the beginning of the book, I was just like, oh my gosh, like what am I about to get from this? But I could have put the book down just after that and been like, it's a great book. But something about that, like you're a goddamn cheetah, that just stuck with me and stuck with me so much to where it's like, man, just being in the wild, like being free. And I think, well, what I've come to know and to feel true with is the wildness that is in me. The wildness of doing what's pure for me. And so when I say always stay wild, I'm saying connecting with you, your innermost desires, your innermost like love and truth and what it is for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you need? What do you want? And that's the thing, like this journey that I've had, like, I mean, getting into my spirituality things, so the astrology things, understanding my birth chart, to numerology, my life path number, my personal year, just all these. The point is, all of that has just helped me remember who I am And it's so interesting because, like, my mom, before I used to leave the house, she would say, remember who you are and whose you are. And I know we say that a lot. You know, people have said that, and I've heard other people refer to like their families or and things saying that. But now that my mom isn't here, it's like that remembering who you are is is so deeper. It's like understanding, remembering like why you came here, right? Like why, what are you supposed to bring to the collective? What is your individuality? Like what is your uniqueness? And that is what I'm remembering. And it's like so many things in my life have come full circle. So many things have been like, oh man, I did used to say that. Or like, no, that didn't come out of nowhere. Or realizing like, man, I used to want that and I don't want that anymore. That really wasn't me wanting that. I was thinking I wanted that. And so it's like the always stay wild is like freedom. But freedom for what that means for you. So for me, that means, man, like I'm really going with the flow of life. I surrender to love. I surrender to the gentle nudges, the where I'm feeling led to be. I'm surrendering to things that are hard, surrendering and opening myself to receive. I'm allowing myself to adapt and change. You know, I may not be the same as I was last week as I am today, or being okay with being this new person, or always stay wild. Like, you know, when I think about nature and the way the earth just evolves and changes, it just handles the things that happen, doesn't it? The way the earth has even evolved with the more humans that are here and the more animals that are here, and the way it still flows, right? It still grows. And yeah, always stay wild. You still growing, you're still flowing, you will adapt. You can be okay with change. You can welcome change. You can challenge change. You can even say like, man, this change is really hard, or I don't even know if I can handle it, but I can. I need rest. I mean, let's think, even nature takes rest, right? You know, let's think about butterflies, right? Like shout out to butterflies. It's like they don't fly in the rain, so they rest. Or it's like wintertime, you know, like animals hibernate, or certain flowers, they don't grow till this time. It's like you soak up the sun, you adapt, you change. I mean, just always stay wild is like you're listening to yourself, you're listening to what you need, you're saying what you need, you're being what you need, and therefore it attracts and brings to you what you want. So I think always stay wild is just this embodiment of pure love, trust, faith, and grace in oneself. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, always stay wild is pure love, trust, faith, and grace in oneself. That is always stay wild. So I'm going to read one of the oracle cards that I picked for myself, that I drew for myself before I left for my trip. And I think that it truly applies to what I'm talking about. And it says, I know that I am the only one who determines what is and isn't right for me. I am the final say. So I want you to trust yourself, love yourself, have faith in yourself, and give yourself grace, because that is always staying wild. All right. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, do the things. Okay. Check down at the bottom. Y'all, I got my group program. Get in, y'all. Applications are open. Like, y'all, group program is going to be live. Like, if you just need some help, like starting to learn and remember who you are, get in the group. Come get in this group, y'all. It's going to be good energy. I know it is. It's going to be perfect. Also, if you're down to work with me one-on-one, I love doing that. You can book a consultation. You can also book a consultation, you know, if you just want to chat about the group program or have any questions. feel free to email me, message me on Instagram or anything like that. Everything is at Zan Washington. Of course, alwaysstaywild.com. And I love y'all so much. And I am so grateful for the support, for the love, and the motivation that I've gotten from y'all. And this is just, it's just magical. So thank y'all so much for everything. It just warms my heart. It really does. It really, really does. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So since we won't make it out alive, let's have a divine time. And remember to always stay wild, y'all. Love you. Bye.